stumbled upon a what you should do this summer based on your horoscope or your zodiac sign. Mine was reading, which I love, but I thought for this I would do a little twist on it since the little cartoon holding the book looked scared. So I thought I'm gonna do only scary books, only horror books. I love reading anyway, and I thought this would be a fun challenge I put upon myself. So I have started. I mean, obviously it's mid-August. I've already been reading some books, so it'll just be to the end of summer. I strangely noticed I only have 3 horror books on my Kindle, which is fine. I mean, I have a whole variety. So I went to my library app for my first book. I got an audiobook because I was driving a lot this weekend. So I'll read you the synopsis for my first book, which is Win, Lose, Kill, Die by Cynthia Murphy. Students at Morton Academy are high achievers selected based on academic excellence. So when a series of murders target the school's brightest and best, the pressure is on. Someone is determined to stop at nothing to clear their path to the top, but who is it, and can they be stopped? A high school slasher with a lethal twist, perfect for fans of Karen McManus, Holly Jackson, and Gossip Girl. Now, I rather liked this book. It was quite interesting. The school was different. It's a boarding school, scholarship only. The kids that go there are like handpicked. It's out in the countryside, not near anything. Like, these kids couldn't even walk into a town for like their weekends or after classes or anything like that. It's very remote. And they take away the kids' phone. There's no internet. You can only get books out from the library, like, for researching at school. Like, nothing really, I don't know, personal for the internet, I guess. If you wanted to phone home to your parents, there's like landlines you can use in the school, but you can't use a payphone or anything like that. No cell phone. Of course, being teenagers, they have burner phones for texting and parties and stuff that the school doesn't know about, which is entertaining. The brightest and best that they're mentioning in this book, it's a secret society, which is the top people in the school. You have to go through a hard scavenger hunt obstacle kind of thing to even get into the secret society. And then from that secret society, you're basically, people will choose you to pay for your university. The interesting thing about that secret society, though, is they're all handpicked by the headmaster of the school, the headmistress. So it's kind of like a school-sanctioned secret society, so like nothing bad is really happening. It's just like an extra academic thing, really. The thing I liked about the book is the narration. It'll go through everyday life. One of the girls is narrating the story, and then it'll give his perspective, plotting a murder, or in one case it was someone the killer didn't want to murder, but they were getting close to figuring out who the killer was. But I like that because it was, you could try to guess who the killer was, like, oh, who would say that, why, who was in this area, what were they doing, try to tie it in. But also, it was a very twisty book. They kept you guessing at who the killer was the entire time, and then they kept twisting it that it could be someone else, it could be 2 people, it could be 1, it could be back to that first one. Like, there was always reasons to go back. Also, the deaths were all different. It wasn't like some serial killers, they have a signature, like just stabbing or whatever, but this killer, it was a big variety, which was good. I liked that. It definitely made a different spin on the book to hear how they each died. Overall, it was a very good book. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. some things in the book didn't seem as necessary. Honestly, I don't think they really needed to be a secret society at all. It could have just been the killer targeting the boarding school, because I mean, with how remote it was, that would be scary enough. Also, after 4 murders, they put the school on lockdown rather than sending the kids home, which I thought was weird. But maybe they thought like the killer's one of the kids, so if they're on lockdown, they're all together and they can try to solve it, like an old-timey whodunit mystery. But I feel like, I don't know, in today's standards, they'd probably send the kids home if murders started happening at a boarding school. Hard to say, I've never been to a boarding school. Also, after, I guess it was the second murder, the cops, the headmistress paid off the cops to go away, which, like, your students are dying, why would you do that? I mean, the first one they deemed an accident. It's the book opener, the girls already died. It's so they all just thought it was an accident. It was right before summer break. But I guess the school's very competitive, so maybe the principal was competitive too. I mean, she actually used to go to the school, so maybe it does make sense. Anyway, a solid 4 out of 5 stars. I do suggest reading it. It was a great book. Win, Lose, Kill, Dine. Like I said, they have audio versions as well. If you don't like reading, you'd rather the audio. I did the audio since I was doing a lot of driving on the weekend. But otherwise, it's great to have both options. I do recommend the library app as well, Hoopla. I know a lot of different libraries across the province use it. I don't know where else does. I just know I have friends that live a good 5 hours away, and we both use the library app, so a bunch of libraries are connected to it. But I'll put the link for it in the description in case anyone wants to use it. I mean, it's an easier way to get books. There's also music, movies, magazines, so yeah, good selection. I'll probably have some more of these horror book reviews by the end of the summer. I'm not sure how far I will read to, probably just Labor Day weekend, but I mean, I like reading anyway, so you might get some random book reviews as we go.